Bronze Age news. Tonight's top stories: giant wooden horse invades Troy, and a mysterious new metal is discovered. Could this be the end of an age? But first, tonight's main story. The armies of Israel have been moving throughout the lands of Canaan, and are currently camped outside the city of Jericho. We're now joined by our ancient Near East correspondent, because there's been an interesting turn of events outside of the camp. Hello, it's good to have you with us. The Israelites have made good progress through the land so far, haven't they? Yes, it's good to be talking to you. What is the current strength of the army camped outside of Jericho? Yes. I mean, it can be tough surviving in a moving camp. What do the soldiers have to eat? About 20,000 horses? Oh, I think we are experiencing some quite significant delay here. Oh, that would be crackers. Can you hear me okay? Yes, you're behind. Yeah, we'll be right back once we've sorted out these technical difficulties. Welcome back. And now, can we return to the question of the Israelite armies? What can you update us with? Well, it is quite interesting here. We're camped outside the city of Jericho. The gates are sealed, and there's no way in. It would appear there's a stalemate situation. However, there are claims that Joshua has come face to face with a man armed with a sword, not of Israel. Well, that sounds serious. What happened? Well, that's what makes this story so noteworthy. When asked about this man's allegiance to Israel or to its enemies, the man claimed to have none. Instead, he said, "But as commander of the army of the Lord, I have now come." The reports are that Joshua fell to the ground and removed his sandals. These surely are remarkable events, and we are keen to hear about what happens next. Thank you. Now we turn to our ancient Middle East analyst to break this down for us. It's a pleasure to be here. What do you make of these events? Well, firstly, this mysterious figure is interesting. I mean, who is he? Why is he there? We know that he claims to be the leader of the Lord's army, but what does that mean? Yes, these are all very good questions, but I was hoping that you might be able to answer these. So, the fact that he claims to be the leader of the Lord's army suggests that he has come from God. Good! So he has come to the aid of Israel. I wouldn't be so sure about that. It's his response to the question, "Are you for us or for our enemies?" that needs examining, because he answered, "Neither." How could God not be on our side? We must remember that in all this, Israel is only here by God's guidance and provision. It'd be foolish to think that God is simply there to look after Israel's interests. Take, for example, the story of The Lord of the Ring. Great movie. Indeed, but I prefer the books. When Merry and Pippin encounter Treebeard, they ask him if he is on their side. Treebeard responds, "Side? I am on nobody's side, because nobody is on my side." So, what should we make of all this? That God is on God's side. It's up to us to decide whether we are to join him. I see, so when Joshua kneels down, is that him essentially joining God's side? Absolutely. There's absolutely no question here that Joshua recognises that the only way for Israel to succeed is to put God in charge and to follow his commands. Thank you very much for joining us today. Before you go, is there anything else we can draw from this? Yes, there is. Any parents wanting further resources about these events can find activities on the Union Baptist Church website. Many thanks. And now we turn to Caleb to bring us the weather. How's it looking, Caleb?
It's hot.
Fantastic. Have a lovely evening, everyone.